It has dropped. It's dropped. It has fucking dropped. The Curse of the Vampire Coast trailer. So in my usual form, we're going to go through this video here today. We're going to talk about what we saw, what kind of lore connotations that holds, and I don't fucking know what the fifth Pirates of the Caribbean movie is going to be like. Let's take a look here, huh? Sorry if I'm a little groggy. I like just woke up and I was like, I must do this. I want this to be pretty mute so I can go over things. Start off with some crabs. I don't know. Is that crabs confirmed? Red Lobster has finally entered the game of Total War Warhammer 2. So we have a figure here. It looks to be LUTHOR HARKON. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Kind of like Harkon. Like this could be like pre-LUTHOR HARKON before he loses his mind in like the grand Lizardman incident of 2019 or 2018. If remember from the lore, he does like basically dig deep into a Lizardman sort of thing. A Lizardman, yeah, see right here, and like zaps his brain. So he kind of goes a little like it scrambles his brain. So sometimes he's like moments of lucidity, other times just complete, just insanity. Let's see the meat and potatoes. God, that's such a cool shot. You know what? That'll be the thumbnail. That's definitely probably going to be the thumbnail. Oh, fuck, it's so cool.
But now we are many.
There's nothing cooler than like a whole like broadside of a ship just going off, right? Yeah, this is straight up for a shot from like Pirates of the Caribbean right there. So they seem to have like these artifact type things. Maybe they're trying to collect them. It reminds me of like Pieces of 8 from Pirates of the Caribbean in the second one. But first thing here is absolutely horrific. I saw this when I like had just woken up and I was like, "Ooh, ha, holy shit!" So I'll be honest, I don't know what it is. The closest thing I can think of is an animated Hulk, but an animated Hulk kind of describes it as an ogre or something large. So that might be what we see later in the trailer. So this might be a total. Oh my god, dude, it's really freaking me out. I'm not gonna lie. It could be a bloated corpse. The bloated corpses are the things that explode on the battlefield, but I don't quite think so. So this might be a CA creation, but I just have no idea what the name of it is yet. Then we have some shambling. Let's go back just a little bit here. Some shambling hordes. Now, these are called the zombie pirates of the Vampire Coast. So there's not skeletons that we're going to be seeing here. So this is probably just a unit of zombie pirate deckhands. Or a zombie pirate deckhand mob. Now they can have multiple different flavors in the tabletop. They've got a gunnery mob. They've got the deckhands mob, which looks to be these guys because they've got melee weapons. The gunnery mob, well, has got guns. This little guy right here looks like is the carronade? Yeah, the carronade. So we'll take a look further. Yeah, you can see some right there. You can see that little thing. LUTHOR. I mean, that's got to be LUTHOR HARKON. We know LUTHOR HARKON has got no art and no model, so this could be anyone.
We will put ourselves back together.
So he has a frisbee. So it's clear to me. It's evident. Oh! I didn't see this before. It's evident to me that this is some sort of ultimate frisbee reference. So finally we're getting that put into the game. Let's take a look back here. So clearly just zombie deckhand mobs in the background. Okay, now that could be the animated Hulk, but I think the thing later we're going to talk about is the animated Hulk. That could be just the bloated corpse. And the bloated corpse is a unit in the game, a low model count unit, but I was always trying to think of how they would incorporate this into Total War Warhammer if they put in vampire counts. And the bloated corpse is basically this giant, unit size 1, never mind. So yeah, it's a bloated corpse. This could most likely be it. It looks exactly like a bloated corpse. And it explodes in tabletop. And when it does explode, center the small template on the model. So it does a pretty good little blast radius around it. And it does quite a big hit to anything around it too. So that could be the bloated corpse running in. So maybe it has some sort of like fast charge mechanic. I mean, in the tabletop, it only has a movement of 4. So we'll kind of see what this means. see here. The bats here. Oh, little deck dropper action. We get a closer look at them soon. Here from just zombies. Yeah, just oh, sorry. Look what I've done. Get back on track. I'm so flustered. What the hell is this? Like, this right there. Oh, this is sword. So it's like deckhand mobs with like 2 swords. So maybe they have a variant where there's 2 sword variant with the deckhand mob.
Fortune favors the infamous.
God, that is such a... Look at that piercing black and red eye. All right, so these guys most definitely are the deck droppers. And basically they just have a little zombie with them that they drop. Oh, look at that. Oh, you got like an undead terrorgeist right there. Oh, or undead terror, like a zombie vampire coast. It is pregnant vampire coast terror. Holy shit, this is so cool. I don't know if so in the book they just have a hand weapon. So these guys definitely have a handgun. So maybe there's different flavors of these deck droppers or something like that. Because I'm looking at it, it just says equipment, hand weapon. So I'm not sure what they're doing with this. Okay. So these guys could be the animated Hulks. There's that thing again. No idea. You have the terrorgeist just swooping down right there. Okay, so this is... God damn, man. Sorry. I clicked so much. I'm so excited. So these are definitely the carronades. And the carronades are basically like these... like handheld... not grenade launcher. A carronade's typically seen on like the back or the rail of the top deck of a ship, and they used it to sweep the ship in the event of close ship to ship encounters, the ship being boarded, stuff like that. So this looks like it's quite literally exactly what a carronade is. It's ripped off of a ship and they're holding it. Now there's also deck gunners, which are a very similar principle, but there's like 2 of them. Like there's someone holding one, there's another one supporting him. Jump that back a little bit. Oh my god. Look at that. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's another one behind him. Yeah. So it's just probably the carronade. Stop right there as well. They obviously have oh wait, no, those guys are deck. I'm looking at this here. If it carries small, yeah, no, that's definitely a carronade. So that is just your standard edition cannon. I mean, there's no real other way to put that other than just like a zombified cannon. But then the biggest badass of them all, it's the Queen Bess. Now this thing is so huge in tabletop. It has a 72 inch range, which in Warhammer Fantasy is so fucking massive. So look at the size of this goddamn thing. Like, holy crap, this thing's gonna have to like destroy units. I think of like 4 or 5 chaos cannons just poured into this bad boy. Oh god. Those animated Hulks probably again. Now this, it's got to be a Rotting Leviathan. So it's the only thing I can think of. The Rotting Leviathan doesn't have a model. It doesn't have any pictures to reference it. It doesn't even describe what it looks like in the rules, but it's the closest thing. I mean, it's huge, and that's what it talks about. It's like there are many great and wondrous creatures in the seas, the old world, from the sea dragons and the krakens of the great ocean to the crab-like Promethean of the Lustrian coastline. Oh, there it is, the typical USB device issue. So this could be the crab-like Promethean they talk about. I mean, it's clearly not a kraken, and it's not a sea dragon. So I have no idea what that is, aside from the fact that I believe it should be. Oh. So we have the deckhand gunnery mob right there in the background. But it definitely looks to be like the Rotting Leviathan. Look, it's got a ship on its back. Now these, I think, might be the animated Hulks. It says that they're ogre size, though. So maybe the previous things are actually the animated Hulks. Never mind. I don't know what these are, then. These are not the Rotting Leviathan. Another CA creation. More deck droppers there in the background. and he definitely has. He's a Transformer. Oh, what was I even thinking? It's a Decepticon. Fuck, I'm stupid. So you got the Banshees. Now, there are Banshees in this roster, but they're not. They're called Sirens, and they're a single hero unit. So this looks to be like a whole lot more. Let's see anything here. Carronades there, Deck Droppers there. Go back just a little more. Running the Leviathan thing here. Don't see much else. A lot of smoke. Yeah, Jesus Christ, those things are scary. This thing, I don't know what this is. But it's fucking horrifying. I should let you guys know right now. I have like a cryptic fear. I have a deep fear of abyssal sea depth, which is the definition of things that are so deep out, like the southern pole of inaccessibility where Cthulhu lives. It terrifies me because if something's down there, it can grow huge as long as it has a food source. And if there's other things that are growing huge, it's got a fucking food source. God, the ocean, deep ocean scares the shit out of me. Anything else? So they've got scurvy. They should have scurvy dogs, which are just basically dire wolves. But I didn't see them here. Oh, no, they're right there. That could be them. That could definitely be them. And the scurvy dogs, honestly, they're probably just going to look like the green, some sort of like green dire wolves. There's a picture of them in the book, and it's like super like, unceremonious. There's also razor tooth rats, so they could be in here somewhere that I just can't see, and they're just going to be just basic rats. The old rats, God, look at that picture. It's so sick. All right. The music is sick, too. So, let's take a look over here. Let's see what we're getting with this, right? So, the star metal harpoon lies in the deeps. So, basically, we've got Luthor Harkon. It's the Undying Lord, Luthor Harkon. We've got a different campaign, is what it sounds like. So, we got 4 undead legendary lords, which I Noctilus could be one of them. That's the only one I could really think of. Lady Saltspire is one that a lot of you guys have really speculated on. Definitely could be another lord. But we have new school magic, the Lore of the Deep. We have upgradable ships for each legendary lord. Regiments of Renown added with them immediately. New check trees, 4 unique Vampire Coast lords. Well, you just said that. Sorry, damn it. You reward your undead animals with new fleet office roles, so it kind of sounds like there's something similar to the way we see in like the Wood Elves or the Empire campaign. A new roster, obviously, and they're playable in the Eye of the Vortex and Mortal Empires. They're not involved with the race of the Great Vortex, however. They have agendas of their own. So, only one who wields the star metal harpoon will tame the beast. That could be that gigantic, that Merworm Aminar could be that gigantic thing we saw at the very end of the trailer. I mean, I don't know what the hell it is other than that. There's also, let's see here, only the fully powered star metal harpoon in hand can you embark on the final fateful battle. Bend Aminar to your will and become the greatest sea scourge the world has ever seen. So, a much different campaign than I think methinks we're all used to. It definitely looks like this is like kind of like almost like a traditional RPG style, kind of like, oh, go get these things and then go do this thing and kill this one big bad guy. That's what it kind of sounds like. Maybe Aminar is a general, who knows? Infamy. We kind of talked about this as a possible mechanic for Lokir Felhart, because he has to always be like infamous and keeping dudes in line with him. So, your legendary lord's infamy grows amongst the rank of pirates and lords and ladies, or amongst the ranks of pirate lords and ladies. This route by which you reach ultimate victory in a Vampire Coast campaign. Please see objectives above. So, establishes Vampire Coves. So basically, these things are like these secret sub-settlements, and they siphon steady flow of income from many main settlements. So you pretty much use these to be a pirate, to kind of steal from the major income of, say, Ulthuan or whatever's around you. It depends on where these Vampire Coast lords start. We know that Luthor Harkon will probably start in the Vampire Coast, but who's to say where all the other ones are going to start? Upgradable ships and building trees. So we do know about this. Details of these ships are accessed via the Lord in the same fashion as Horde buildings or Horde factions. Contain many powerful upgrades for the Lord and his army. So this does not make them a standard of the Horde faction, though, because Vampire Coast lords may occupy settlements like any other non-horde faction and may develop it using the unique new Vampire Coast building tree. In short, they benefit from the best feature of both horde factions and settled factions, which is awesome. So there's that Pieces of 8 we were talking about, carefully hidden around the world. There's treasure maps that we're talking about, which have kind of cool riddles attached to them. So hopefully that's really fun. They have a whole new set of rights, new battlefields. So it looks like instead of naval battles, we're getting island maps, or at least maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure how the island maps are going to work. Maybe it's just going to be little islands we fight on. And I'll be totally honest with you guys. I'm going to level with y'all 100%. Everyone's like, do you think it's going to be naval battles? I outright don't give a shit. Like, this is Warhammer. Warhammer has never been about naval battles. In the lore, there's like the references to naval battles are like Dark Elves, High Elves, and Xandri. Like, that's it. And LUTHOR HARKON, and really LUTHOR HARKON's references is that LUTHOR HARKON did a lot of really cool stuff on the sea, but let's talk about what he did on land. Warhammer is a game based on the ground, on land. It doesn't have anything to do with naval battles. You want to play that? You want to play Dreadfleet. But I don't care about naval battles being the game. What I'd prefer is absolutely no references to naval battles and more sieges. So I'll take this as like a kind of go-between, because that's what I really want, is like awesome, like just fucking 2 tower level sieges. But for the first time, players can now attack and defend Black Arcs in battle. So that's going to be sick, right? Because Black Arcs, we know, are these hulking cities that kind of float on the water from the Dark Elves. That would be really sick. New legendary lords and a new roster. So that pretty much sums up, oh my god, all the goodies. Available November 8th. So we'll get it in about 5 weeks, it says. These pictures here. No idea what those are. Oh, there's our scurvy dogs. So yeah, maybe these are the animated hulks, and this is something different then. Deck droppers. Yeah, definitely probably animated hulks. Riding leviathans. The cannons. Yeah, look at that right there, right? Then the riding leviathan. So we can see. Let's see in this roster right there. Oh, what are these? Oh, they're right there. Holy shit. I have no idea what those are. The closest thing I could think that they could be is a vampire fleet captain, but that's vampire fleet captain. And that would be like more of a hero choice. So I don't know what those are. Yeah, little cool little tabards down there. Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like there's some sort of like vampire unit. Well, I'm sure we'll get a roster reveal here soon. We will cover that as well and kind of go over its connotations in the lore as well. But as always, guys, thanks so much for watching here today. Whew, I am stoked on me Vampire Coast. We'll see what the hell's coming. It is going to be a crazy time in the next couple weeks, as we get more reveals of this and what the hell is included in the Vampire Coast. But if you have any questions about what you saw today, I have so many anyway. So go ahead and leave a comment below. We'll talk about it. We can rumor our balls off, because now we know exactly what's coming. So have a good one, guys. So excited to talk more about this. But don't forget to comment below, like, subscribe, all that kind of action. But have a good one and take care.